Hello and welcome to another video, and today we're getting straight into the action because we're here for another league race video. So we are on board with me for my best qualifying lap at the minute. We are on pole position with a 1:28.1 and we've got about 6 minutes left of the session, so we are, currently in a good position, but it's not really that great of a lap time, so it'll probably get beaten. Hopefully I'll be able to improve on this lap as well. So we're already almost like a quarter through the lap. We are nearly 3/10 under my lap time in the first sector there. So we're currently on track for a 27.9, but almost a 27.8. On the brakes into this corner here, we've ran a little wide. You can see the rear sort of pushed the front, and we've gone completely off the circuit. So coming back on the circuit, we've probably lost a bit of time from that because we're covering extra meters we didn't need to. So yeah, so we're now 2/10 away from my lap time. We want to go around wide, but this should allow us to get a bit of a better exit, which can be quite important down this straight before the triple rights. Crash for Blade King on one of his flying laps. As we go into this corner here, hitting the apex, running a little bit wide over the track, back onto the circuit there straight away, hitting the brakes now. For this right hand, I don't know any of the corner names at this circuit, unfortunately. And then we're now almost a tenth away from R1A&D's time, which is now a 27.9. We're track extending a little bit there, hitting the brakes, coming into the last corner, hitting the apex straight on the throttle towards the outside apex, running up towards the line, drain's falling off, and we get 27.9, but it's not quite as quick as R1A&D's, so we are still second at the end of the session. We stay second. R1A&D improved his lap time to a 27.7, and Jagger was third with a 28.4, so looks like R1A&D's got the pace this weekend, this week. So we're going to try and run with him in the race, hopefully. So we are on the grid now. No messing about. Sorry about the AO mask for the wings. I haven't changed it yet. We're using the X-Rail mod, so it's not fixed like my 2019 one. But we've got the clutch in. We're waiting for the lights to show up in the top left-hand side of the screen. They are on now. The lights are on. We're waiting for the lights to go out to release the clutch. Lights down, where we go. We've got a bit of a poor reaction there, but we've been passed by one rider, two riders. Adrian and Bob Rock passed us, and now someone else on the Yamaha. We've hit Bob Rock a little bit on the brakes, so we're sorry to Bob Rock for that, but we're straight back up into second position, which is exactly what I needed. RKH crashes a bit further back on another Yamaha, Tech 3 Yamaha, so we are behind R1 and straight the way, which is we've been hit a bit by Frank Keys on the brakes, but nothing to worry about there. No harm done from him. Bob Rock settles into third, so luckily we haven't affected him really by touching him on the brakes. I couldn't avoid him into turn one, so it's a bit of a shame. But we are going to try and keep with R1 and because obviously he had an amazing pace in qualifying. So really my target was to just stick with him and try and pass him later on, or if I got the opportunity to pass him and just try and break him. But he's trying to break me, and currently exactly the same gap between the two of them, so 0.367 there through that sector. But you can see he's definitely getting away. This is probably my least favourite sector of the whole track, through the curve zone. We've ran a bit off the circuit again, cycle my qualifying lap, braking for turn 12, turn 13, all the way down to the second gear. We close up a little bit, cause don't mind the second couple of corners, so we're now 4.5 tenths behind, but 8 tenths in front of Bob Rock, so me and R1 are getting away already at the front. Ran a bit wide through turn 15, using up the curb on the outside. Hitting the brakes for the final corner. We've missed the brakings over the final corner a little bit, so we're going to have to use all the green on the outside, so a bit cheeky there, but we get away with it. R1 does a 32.8 on the end of the first lap, so hopefully it'll give us a gap. It hasn't given us a gap, but we can see we're quite close, and Jagger's crashed. Jagger has crashed. That's allowed Frank Keys past, so I think he's going to drop down for the last, except RKH, because obviously he fell off earlier on, but braking for Rio now. We're closing up a little bit on R1 and still just trying to keep with him, pushing as hard as we can through this corner. Oh, it looks like he's off the front. He's run wide. We're going to flick underneath him here through turn 6, so we're up into the lead of the race. We go down the straight now. We've got to try and consolidate. Oh! Yes, that just happened. So, if you didn't quite catch what happened there, basically he just lagged forward and the game's like, yes, you crash. And, oh, Jagger's trying to get the inside though. Jagger is going to get us there, I think. Yes, he is. But if you check the bottom right, you can see I have half damage, which damage isn't meant to be on. I was hosting today, which I don't usually do, and I accidentally messed up the settings, so I kind of screwed myself there, but yeah, half damage right there. after a stupid crash. I mean, it's not Arwanand's fault at all, because you can't avoid that kind of thing. It's definitely Milestone's fault. Drean crashes there, so that's allowed Bob Rock up into second position. So in his second race, he's up in second position, so he's having a pretty good race. We're cutting onto lap 3 now. Drean is going a bit wide. Valamir Jegger's trying to get up the inside. RKH is 1.4 behind me. Oh, bit of contact between Drean and Jegger. I don't think that'll be the first time those two have had a bit of a battle in front of me. I think actually last time was Sachsenring, and funnily enough I also had damage there as well, but we've ran wide through the curve and completely off the circuit there, not even like the other laps where I ran wide a little bit. Damage really messing me up a bit here. We're coming towards this tight right-hander, Caro, and we've hit him a little bit on the brakes, and he's hit us again. He's just turned in the tighter for some reason. I think maybe he lost the front or something mid-corner, but we're past Ria now, but there's a crash for Blade King on lap 5. I think something happened with him and Jagger similar to what happened with me on R1 so that's put me up to 5th position now, so not really ideal, but you can still see 3rd position off in the distance. Frank Keys there. We've ran a bit wide through Tremonto on the throttle now. Out of Tremonto we go down the straight, and you can see that red proximity arrows. Drean is come flying past like I'm standing still, and that is the effect of damage right there. About 5 mile an hour lost on every straight, so that was going to definitely ruin me for the rest of the race. But all these sides as well, all these side of Drean, we managed to get the move done. That's a very tight move there. RKH falls off again apparently, but we come over the line. Drean goes fly past like we're standing still once again for turn 1. So there's been another crash of Bob Rock. Bob Rock has now crashed, so that's going to definitely close up this group a bit, so it's going to be a battle for second instead of third. But what do you see underneath Drean there? That happened so quick I couldn't even realise what happened, but we cut under Drean. Now it's Tremonto again. Drean hits us a little bit on the back, but again no harm done, just like what happened with Frank Keys earlier on. Down the straight we go once again, and once again he goes flying past like I'm standing still. The Despedici has more power anyway, and with our damage we can't even get close to him on the straights. So go through turn 12, get ready for turn 13. We're on the inside once again through a high speed corner. That was a couple of dangerous moves there, but we've managed to get it done. So now behind Frank Keys for 4th position. So we're coming towards Rio now on lap 7, hitting the brakes. We're going right to the back of Frank Keys. In fact, he's run a little bit wide. We're trying to get on the inside of him. We've caught the inside, got the move done. Up into, not 7th place, we're on lap 7, up to 4th place. Well, unfortunately, on lap 8, just lose the front after crashing that curb. I was pushing way over the limit to make up for the damage, and it just completely ruined me. But here, you're probably wondering what's going on. Well, just check the gap between Bob Rock and R1 and it's currently 5 seconds, and on the next lap, it's now, well, it's not 4.3, it's not updated yet. It's down to 4 seconds, then it's 2.2, and it goes down to 1.4. on lap 11, and coming on to lap 12 you can hear, well, you can see that he's absolutely caught him now. So Bob Rock actually caught up to R1 it's on the brakes up the inside into 1st place. I can tell you that R1's tyres absolutely went, so that's showed this bit of footage from the stream just to show you what was sort of going on. So there's a crash up ahead on lap 12, and it is R1. After leading the whole race, he had a 6-second lead over Bob Rock at one point. He has crashed, battling Bob Rock for the lead, but into the last corner we go now. There's another crash for R1, but he's still too far away from us. So the two of us that were battling for the lead in the early stages come home 4th and 5th, so a bit of a race to forget, I think. Just pure bad luck, but congratulations to Bob Rock, obviously. He rode a really good race, he was consistent. I mean, he had to beat Jagger and Drean still, so you know, deserved victory there. 2nd race as well, so that's gone pretty well for him. But since the results were obviously a little bit skewed due to the weird circumstances of the race, well, not skewed, I mean, everyone that actually got the positions they got, you know, deserved them, really. Well, okay, I didn't really deserve 5th, I was a bit unlucky there, but that has left the championship in a bit of a different view than I thought it probably would be coming out of this race. So now Drean is only 3 points behind R1 and Jagger is only 4 points behind R1 so the top 3 are really close, and then next is me. I finally passed Piccolino because obviously he was absent this race, and I am 49 points off, so I'm basically 50 points off the championship lead at this point, and there are 6 races to go, the 4 flyaway rounds and 2 Spanish rounds actually, coincidentally. So yeah, it's I don't even think we'll be able to get 3rd at this point, because you know how close they are. We're basically 50 points off the 3 of them, so we're going to try and win every race we can from now, because that was my plan anyway. I think I said that at the end of Austria. I was going to try and win every race at the end of the season. once again, we had the pace to win, and to be fair, this time it was completely completely bad luck, really. Yes, I did crash, obviously, as I showed in the video, but that was because I had such bad damage as having to push over the limit. And I think it makes it slightly worse that I sort of showed that, obviously, the clips of R1 being railed in, just for context, really, so you knew what was going on. And yeah, I think that makes it a bit worse because he managed to lose a 6-second lead, obviously because his tyres ran out. So if we were still battling at that point in the race, I would have won, because my tyres also died, but with like a lap to go rather than like 5. So I don't know. It kind of makes it a little bit worse, but in a way he also didn't finish very well, so it allowed him to not gain so many points on me. But yeah, 50 points behind. It's not great. But as I say, we're going to just try and win as many races as we can. A couple of good, well, one good race definitely coming up, obviously Sepang. I think it's probably the only track I'm in the top 20 on, so hopefully it goes well. But once again, obviously congratulations to Bob Rock for winning, and it's getting a close championship now. But I hope you enjoyed that race. I mean, it was still quite a fun race to ride, definitely, even though obviously I was not where I wanted to be. I was having to push every lap, and it was a nice battle with Drian as well. Very respectful, so I did enjoy that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next one.